Hey guys, welcome to Waste Not Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. and take junk, things we need to get rid of, things that we thrift, and turn them into home decor that we sell at JamieRayVintage.com, as well as in our retail store in Lehi, Utah. Today we are working on clearing out our filming studio, which is currently used for storage. And in there we have our craft kits, which we discontinued last year when we started, when we came up with the idea to start the subscription for the rice papers. And we actually, crossing my fingers, should have a second subscription available this Friday. So if you sign up for our emails, make sure you open it because you're not going to want to miss out on that, or we'll send a text on Friday. We're just waiting for some finalization. So if it doesn't happen this Friday, it'll happen like beginning of next week. And then that'll be all the subscriptions that we're going to offer. But in the meantime, we have
supplies,
wood boxes left over from that craft kit. We have these craft kits that we actually just marked down, so I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we have some papers that we're going to be working with, and we're going to do some Valentine's wood pockets, and I'm actually going to do a Valentine's tray. But just to let you know, this tray, which if you're on YouTube, this got over 100,000 views on this little short that we did on how to make this. We have 12 kits left, and we marked them down from $49.95 to $29.95, and that includes the shipping. So if you'd like to get one of these, they've been marked down to $29.95. It comes with all of the supplies needed to create this craft. And you're also going to see how I Valentine's it. So if you wanted to order this and then order the Valentine's Day paper, you could save this this decoupage paper for like a different craft or whatever. And then we're also going to do these wood wall pockets, and then we also have
I need some white paint.
Metal wall pockets, and you can now buy just the plain wood, not the whole kit. I have these marked at $9.95, down from $12.95, and then we have these marked at $8.95, down from $11.95. So if you want, and these are cute just as is. I mean, you could just put this as a wall pocket, throw some IOD or whatever on there. So we're just clearing things out. So hopefully that's exciting to you.
This is all in an effort to get the studio done,
because we are going to be de-stashing lots of stuff. So stay tuned. Keep track of the JRB sale collection because everything is going to go in there as I'm de-stashing. So there we go. JamieRayVintage.com is a website to find all the paint products if you're just making over your own thing. So we're going to get started. Can you pass me that box over there? I'm going to actually just use the craft kit, whatever's in there.
This is what's left from that craft kit.
Oh, well, this is a new one that I just opened. So if you order this craft kit, has a QR code to the video of how to do that tray. And it's going to come with everything you need to complete it.
In just a minute, I'm going to get this painted so it can start drying because I'm going to paint it before I decoupage it. And then I'll show you, we have February's February's subscription for paper is already up and ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to get that one, I'll show you those papers. If you missed out on January's, we are going to use one of January's papers that is no longer available, but it's very Valentine's spring oriented.
So if you have the JRB January rice paper subscription, you had this paper. If you've been wondering what to do with it, we'll give you some good ideas. But if you didn't get that, you can still use this rice paper. We have plenty of these in stock to use.
That one's tissue.
Or sorry, tissue paper. And then I also grabbed a peonies, which is one of our regular papers because I thought that'd be so pretty on the front of one of these, or even like on this one.
Yeah, I could go on that smaller one.
I think you could even cut this in half and do two, maybe. So, but we'll see what happens when we get that far. Catherine says, I've already cleaned my bathroom, my husband's bathroom today, so I'm not late to the party. For those of you that don't know, last week Catherine was late because she was cleaning her husband's bathroom. Which that's a sweet partner. When Deb and I were first married, I had been raised with no brothers. And so I was very like, don't stand up and pee because I'm worried about splatter on the seat. So he had the second bathroom and I had my bathroom. I have since figured out that is no longer a reality in my life.
No,
I've come a long way in 23 years.
You have three boys.
Yeah. And boys are indiscriminate peers. They will use any bathroom that is available. So I'm pulling out. So if you get this, if you do decide to buy this craft kit, again, it's going to come with the Christmas paper, which you can totally use. It's a winter theme. And you're going to get all the products needed to finish it.
So hopefully all that made sense, because we were talking about old subscriptions and new subscriptions, and the wood pieces on these are old. We do have some new papers that are out. So
if you're confused, email info@jamierayvintage.com.
Yeah.
But currently we have 13 of these craft kits available at a discount. We have 15 or 14 unfinished wood wall pockets available that you can do whatever you want with, and 16 of the metal wall pockets. And these are left over from old craft kits. So hopefully that makes sense. Well, anyways, this kit comes with all the hardware and everything you need to. In fact, there's like 8. Oh yeah, because you need 8 screws for that. Okay, I'm gonna get painting. First things first, we gotta mix this up, because this is the cottage color white linen. Are you laughing at me?
you can just use the back of whatever.
This is a disposable paintbrush, so I can use the back of it to stir up my white linen. Or I could have shook it really good.
All right, I got the inside of this painted really good. I'm not going to stress painting that super well. It's covered. That way, if like you see down it, it's going to be white, but I'm not going to stress like brush strokes.
The majority of the front is going to be covered up with paper. Are you going to use the peony paper on that?
I might use some of the big tissue paper. I don't know. I got a couple.
Well, I need the big tissue paper for mine, but I will have some.
We'll just have to cut it judiciously, because it's big. I'll unfold it here.
Catherine says I raised 5 sons, so have one to clean is a breeze in comparison. That is very true. Actually, my oldest son that lives at home is in charge of the bathrooms, and he cleans all of them except for my mother's, because she likes to clean her own bathroom. She's 85 and nobody tells grandma what to do. So she cleans her own bathroom. And it's funny. I've chilled out a lot in my old age. I think it's mostly
in your old age.
Well, I've been a mom for 22 and a half years since I gave birth to Harrington. And it's funny because he'll talk to me. He's like, you're not being as hardcore, and these kids used to be so strict about how I clean a bathroom and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, but guess what? I can clean a mean bathroom. Like, he was about 8 years old when I taught him how to clean a bathroom well. And I feel like if Jack had to clean a bathroom, that might be a struggle. He does the garbage and dog poop because those are pretty easy for
Jack is the 10-year-old pooper scooper.
Yeah, he is a 10-year-old baby. I might have put Harrington in charge of pooper scooping, but we didn't have dogs, much to his dismay.
Yeah.
So I'm just painting this with white linen. So if you wanted to do something similar, you just need a board and some white linen paint. You don't have to buy the craft kit. I'm just using this to show you what we have to offer, because I would really like to sell those other craft kits.
Well, we got to get that storage area cleared out a little bit, because we have shelves up there, but we have just like an accumulation of projects, crafts. We have boxes with crafting supplies from when we moved from our last shop. I
actually have gone through most of those and did mystery boxes.
They are pared down, but they're still up there, and there's still random things like screws, nails, glue. We got to that doesn't need to be up there. We're going to clean that out, make it like a really bright, pretty space to film in, and go from there. We got to restart. It's good stuff, so we don't want to throw it away. So sells.
Just count it all. There may be some mystery collectible boxes coming. All right, so you don't need more than one coat of this, because we're going to decoupage it. And you only have enough paint to do one coat on all the sides, even the back. So I'm going to just go all the way around.
So,
and there's there's also sandpaper. So if you wanted to sand off the edges and smooth them before you do it, you can do that as well.
All right, really quick, not to be confused with other subscriptions we've been talking about. This is the February rice paper subscription papers. We've showed them already. If you have fear of missing out because you missed January and you want to get on February, these are, so far, none of these have been duplicated in our main releases for the rice paper. So currently these are only available in the craft kit or the subscription kits. So we have these fairies, just fun floral for spring. All kinds of different fairies. I left them small because they were originally like small little, almost like a playing card. And these are these, I have a ton of other designs too that we have the rights to. So you might see a few fairies papers come out, which I don't think anyone will be sad about. These were really popular when we showed them. Then we have some music back behind. It's handwritten.
I should say our subscription, like you can sign up for any time, but the cutoffs for the month's paper, like if you want February's paper, that started January 13th and you can sign up until February 12th. And then after February 12th, you'll be signing up for the next month's paper.
You have until February 12th to get these ones if you want them.
It actually makes sense for us to limit things to try to create urgency, but we don't do that. You can just sign up anytime.
We have the barn, the landscape scene here. It would be what would be called like a pastoral.
It's a pretty pink barn. And you can sign up for the subscription, or you can do a one-time only purchase. If you want the discounted price, meaning it's cheaper than buying papers individually, you need to sign up for the subscription. We give you a incentive. We incentivize it.
All right. So you may see similar designs to a couple of these in our spring release because I was designing them. I'm like, man, these are really good. We might have to reuse some of these.
Well, and we may make some of these public, and they may come in bigger papers, but you get the first dibs when you do the subscription. And if you do the monthly subscription, you get the best pricing because you're getting 4 rice papers for $10.95, and normally they're $3.95 per paper. So it's like, what is it? It would be like 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, $16 worth of paper for $10.95 if you get the subscription. If you sign up the one time only, it's basically the same price, but you do get discounted shipping.
All right. You guys get it. We're going to go on to crafting.
We're going to go back to all the things.
I'm going to
like one big infomercial.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Did you design a lop-eared bunny? Nope, no lop-eared bunny in this.
No lop-eared bunny
release.
In this one. These bunnies are alert.
And we do have the bunny paper from last year. It's just different.
Yeah.
So check out our rice paper selection and our tissue paper, and you can see what we have to offer. I always think it's best, even with rice paper, to have a white background. It's just going to make everything brighter. So this is a really good lesson on how to decoupage and get the look that you want. I'm really excited for the video coming out tomorrow. We've already done our thrifting. We did bins thrifting, so that'll be at the beginning of the video. And then the end of the video is Zeb and I completing a bunch of big projects. So if you've been missing us painting furniture, we have a chair, a side table, and 4 pieces of art. One that is extremely large that you saw in Monday's video, that when we went thrifting, we picked it up from my friend.
That one's turning out really good.
That one is going to be great. Zeb actually went this morning to buy XXL canvas to print out for that one. So I'm excited.
Well, and the size I had to get, it only comes in exhibition quality.
So super high quality
canvas. So because that print or that frame was huge. It's 36. The art is 36 by 48 inches.
Yeah, it's big. And the frame, we did a really fun finish on it. So make sure you're watching tomorrow's video. Should go up at 4 since we're finishing filming it today. Although, again, I have tumbling with Eliza at 1:30.
Tomorrow or today?
Today.
Oh.
So I may leave you to work on projects while
That's all right. We should be mostly done, and like I could start editing it.
We did not get the buffet, and we'll maybe address that today part in the video that we're doing. Because part of the reason we didn't get it is because we have projects backing up. And it's when you guys are refinishers or flippers, it's irresponsible to buy stuff that you don't have time or space for. And at some point you have to say, even though that's amazing, if I want to have the opportunity to purchase pieces when I find them, then I need to finish projects that I have. And we had projects kind of stacking up here, which is problematic because we really tried to maintain our garage so I can park in it and we can work out in it. And then the barn is getting pretty full. Now, the barn also has 2 new quads in it.
Technically, those could be kept outside, but I like to store things inside if I can.
But anyways.
The winter is hard on
we must
everything.
Finish our projects or else we can't do anymore. Can I have the Valentine's paper?
Yes, I didn't really show them that. It's been a while since we've used
20
this.
by 30 or 29 by 30.
So
or
we
something.
have quite a few
It's
big
thinner.
tissue paper designs.
But it comes, it's $6.95.
And it does come folded like this. You can iron that out, or if you use the liquid patina on it, the wrinkles just go right away on that one.
I want to make this like the most organized, like make the most sense without something weird on it. But I don't want to cut off the top. So I think I'm just going to line this up here. We did not go to Goodwill today. Zeb just went to pick up rice paper. I went to the shop, counted all of these boxes that we're working on and the craft kits, and got this set up because Zeb was, and I also took a shower and blow dried my hair.
I was off to chasing canvas.
That's what I did this morning. It's quite the ordeal. I have to get mentally ready to blow dry my hair, which doesn't happen very often. Usually I just shower and let it air dry at night. All right. I'm wondering, maybe we'll just do this.
It's gonna wet rip it with your, do you want a brush and some water?
No, that's fine.
What about this sandpaper? Oh, that's 80 grit. You don't want
Yeah.
to use that.
The 80 grit is for the, like sanding the raw wood to smooth it out. All right, maybe I need a brush. You have a little brush?
I don't know. You can just use a big brush. Just get it wet.
No, that's a mess.
You're not gonna have enough spit to keep licking that and rip it good.
Yeah, I haven't had my drink of water yet. I usually drink a big glass in the morning, so. And I didn't eat breakfast. So let's get a little brush here. Oh, also I'm wearing a new shirt. We have so many things to talk about. So
Yeah, all the fun spring stuff.
yeah, look.
This is Jamie's favorite time of year.
He makes
for
all
decor.
things new in reference to God. I think it's great. This and then the new sweatshirts I've been wearing, the USA and the French Riviera, are all on the website. I have to rotate through clothing because I get a lot of paint on my clothes. Shocking, I know. Thanks, Caitlin. She dropped the new to JRV collection. And I think I put these in the new to JRB collection because it's the first time we've sold just the wood boxes. So if you have a bunch of JRB products, the wall pockets are a great way to use that up. You can use everything you already have, and it's a great crafting supply.
All right, this wood soaked this up pretty good. I just have a couple little spots I need to dry up.
And later today, we'll get all of our projects finished that we're doing on the website and into the shop. We haven't really done a lot of Valentine's Day. Next week, we might do a little bit more because we have those really cute French postcard Valentines stencils that I haven't used since last year. And a lot of our Valentine stuff has sold, so we don't have a huge amount in the shop. And I like to have a few things. Okay, what brand jeans? I am wearing, these are American Eagle. I only have,
Are they?
yeah.
Yes, they are.
I only have two kinds of jeans that fit me right now, and I am usually either wearing Madewell or American Eagle. Someday I'll be cool enough to get affiliate links for them, but I am currently not.
All right, I think I'm going to use this one here.
So I just used water to cut that. Now you can have the rest of that is all yours.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm done. I only used
Okay.
what I needed. And I will probably, once I decoupage this, distress the edges. So then these will kind of match this ripped edge. Okay. I'm going to use it in the craft kit. If you buy that one, it comes, again, it comes with this paper. So if you want to do what I'm doing, you'll have to buy this separate paper, but we marked off the craft kit $20. So that gives you budget to spend $6.95 on this big tissue paper. But anyways, you'll have to wash this brush before you do the liquid patina. I'm not gonna, because I have another brush right here that I'm just gonna use. But you lay down a coat of the liquid patina, and this is a Decoupage medium transfer gel top coat, whatever you need it to be. And this is a good technique for any of your decoupaging, like not just this craft kit, but hopefully if you haven't decoupaged, this gives you some good information on it. What size is your USA sweatshirt? I've been wearing a small, and this is a small medium in this t-shirt, and they're made to be oversized. The sweatshirts fit true to size, I feel like. I'm wearing about a 4'6" now, and the small fits me nice. It's not tight. Oops. But the t-shirt is oversized, which I think it's cute that way.
Is this liquid patina?
Yeah.
On that brush?
Yeah, but I need to put more down. Did you want to borrow it?
Yeah, when you're done.
You're going to need your own liquid patina, though. I don't have enough to share.
I got a big one here. I just wanted to use the same brush.
Okay. So the tissue paper, the one thing about tissue paper is it's not going to lay as flat. You will get more wrinkles in it than you would in the rice paper. And you also don't want to overwork it because it's tissue paper. I mean, you don't want to overwork the rice paper either, but it'll rip easier. Now, what you can do is lay down a coat of liquid patina, let it dry, then lay down your rice paper, put a towel like a flour sack towel, and then iron your rice paper on, then put liquid patina over the top, and that will actually smooth out the wrinkles. I don't care if there's wrinkles because I'm going to sand this and make it look old. So fine by me. Actually, I feel like there's a spot in here. Sorry, be very careful if you're doing what I'm doing where it's dry, because if you mess with it too much, you will rip it, especially once it's saturated. Very delicate process.
All right, time to just let it be.
I'm not ready to.
It'll suck down, and if you have any wrinkles, you can iron it.
Well, okay. I'm overworking it. Don't do what I'm doing. Grabby with that. All right, I'm gonna go.
You weren't stepping away.
I'm gonna go put this in the sunshine.
Okay, so this is going to look white when it goes on, but this dries clear. We've had great success decoupaging all different types of things with it. We've even gone as heavy as doing like a poster board type. And that's been a while. We did that when we lived in the other house. We had some Star Wars, like a calendar that was really thick paper, like poster board, and we cut that out and decoupaged it on with the liquid patina.
What are you doing with that?
I'm putting it on this one right here.
Oh, you know what I think I'm doing? I'm gonna see if I got any IOD transfers. I'm just gonna go lazy on the enamel wall pockets. See what kind of scraps I got over here.
All right, centered it up, and then just roll it on there really nice and smooth.
Oh, we also have this really pretty peony from the craft kit.
Okay, I do have overlap down here on the bottom, and I'll just cut that off probably with sandpaper.
I need to remember to get a lover of flowers and a seeds and ephemeral melange from the shop because we haven't had those in a while. You guys have been seeing me use the Rose Botanical for a hot minute now, but I still have more. These transfers are the transfers that keep on giving. So
if you don't get one of these wall pockets, or you have one of your own, or don't want this style, or you found one thrifting, because you can do the metal like Jamie's doing. You can decoupage that too. We find galvanized wall pockets, or sometimes they'll be like yellow or brown. They get real. The late 90s, early 2000s with the brown yellows. Was super popular. Very Tuscan. And we paint that up and just throw some paper on there real quick, and there you go.
Deborah said, those 2 craft kits were my favorite. I'm in love with the birds paper. So in the wall pockets, we do not have complete craft kits available. We went through and used them for a myriad of other things, but you can buy just the wall pockets and then use your own products to finish them. So you can get just the wood wall pocket or just the metal. The tray craft kit, you can get the entire craft kit. We don't have any, just the supplies type situations with those. We're just clearing things out. So we will not be buying any more. We will not be making any more. Like when they're gone, they're gone. We're just getting things sold at a discount. So that way we can clear out space in our 2nd floor and create a filming studio. I'm sure as soon as we do, people are going to give us the, I miss when you filmed at home.
Well, we filmed here for 4 years now.
Yeah, and before that, we did film at the shop.
Before that, we were filming at our other shop that was on Main Street.
Well,
because we were in flux.
When COVID happened, things changed.
Yeah,
it got crazy. We got too much stuff. We ran out of space. But we have had a filming studio before. This one's going to be even better though, because we're actually setting up like lighting and
yeah, I already ordered the lighting.
You need to order microphones.
We're going to have dedicated mics that just stay hooked up there.
Not mics that we wear, but microphones hanging from the ceiling. Like we may even do, I'm looking into like sound dampening.
I am going to do some sound absorption mats back behind us.
Yeah, and then can we do like something pretty in front of them?
Yeah, so you remember like what I did for Wyatt with the burlap?
Yeah,
you can shape them how you want and do whatever fabric you want on there.
No, I don't want that. I don't want fabric.
It's going to be echoey then.
You can put sound dampening somewhere else. You could do curtains.
All right.
Do some curtains on each side of the shiplap or something.
It's going to need some soft materials to.
You can put sound dampening on the ceiling.
Because sound bounces, right? So
yeah.
When you have soft materials, it absorbs that and it doesn't bounce.
We haven't come up with a clear, concise plan yet, in case you can't tell. But it'll be good.
I'll put them behind the camera where you won't see them.
We also need to double check and find out when fiber is going to be available, because we will have to change up the internet situation if it's not available yet there, because that is a big, might have to change where the router is.
Yeah, I might just move it up that wall and
Yeah.
put it upstairs.
Going to be good. And the reason why we're putting that project in front of the cottage and the kitchen and everything else is because that project will actually give us so much more time, because we won't have to like immediately clean up projects and whatnot, and we'll be able to leave the thrift haul there instead of hauling it back and forth.
So this is a horizontal design, so I think I'm going to use this other bigger paper, this one on here. Oh. And this is big enough, I can go all the way around.
All right, so if you're new here, I'm using an Iron Orchid Designs transfer. We sell all of these on the website. I'm using Rose Botanical. We have a lot of different options available. For smaller projects, I love Ephemeral Melange, Seeds Packets, or Seed, I can't remember, I think they were Seeds, and then Lover of Flowers. The Rose Botanical is great, but you're gonna get large and small, so just keep that in mind. But these are great for bigger thrift flip projects. Occasionally we'll still be filming at home, because we're still gonna do videos where we're like, resetting for holidays and whatnot, DIYs. We have plenty of projects to do around here, so you'll still see home stuff too. If you're local, just know if you come to the shop and we're filming, we won't be able to come downstairs. That's part of the reason when we do work at home, is because we just get like solid work done.
Yeah, but where we're going to be filming, it's like upstairs.
Yeah, it's upstairs and away. So we won't be downstairs really necessarily more, but we'll be upstairs. And we may even eventually, we have 2 rooms on the 3rd floor, and we might put an office up there. We for sure are going to do like a gaming room. So like on Saturday nights, Jack so we have 2 other teenagers at home, and then there's Jack. Jack can come up and watch TV or video game while we're live, so we don't have to leave him at home by himself. Sometimes he hangs out with friends, but he's still a little
not usually
young
that late on a
to be
Saturday
out
night.
that late.
By the time we're getting to that point on Saturday, his friends' parents are like, yeah. You got to go home.
We never set it up, but we have a 55-inch TV. We have an extra Xbox. We have a big bean bag, a mini fridge. Like, we can set that up. So if the kids, like in the summertime, we can take Jack with us and he can come hang out. That's part of the reason why we haven't done a studio at the shop, because we like to be home with our kids, but we can just bring them with us.
Well, Eliza starts driving this spring, and we're like a year and a half out from Redrick getting his permit. So those kids are, you know, they're starting to do stuff with their friends in the evenings, especially on the weekend, and they're not even home anyway.
Can I tell you the difference between milk paint and when to use versus other paint having brain fog? So milk paint is a powdered form. And if you're using Sweet Pickens, that is made to be chippy. So if you don't want chippy, then obviously you wouldn't use it. And then there's Farmhouse Finishes, which is also a milk paint, but it has a built-in bond. The Sweet Pickens milk paint, you can add extra bond to it. And I always suggest having some on hand, because if a project's like super slick, it'll go from a little chippy to all your paint falls off. So you need to be able to have that on hand if you need to possibly add it to your paint, because your surface is slick. Because on pieces like this, if you were to paint this with milk paint, it would not chip at all, because there's no resist. It'll just soak right up into that dry wood. If this had a slight finish on it, then you would be able to get more of a chippy finish. Caitlin, can you drop the link to the milk paint playlist for Nadine? That's going to go into way more description about milk paint than I can do in this video. And then when to use it, it's just your personal opinion. Like, do you want to mix up a paint and you want it to be chippy? I use milk paint a lot on my own personal pieces because I like the look. Do you want the ease of a built-in sealer? Then use the Cottage Color. We have our clay-based formula, which is the original DIY, and that's good for layering, texture, blending. It wet distresses, as does milk paint wet distresses. So that's something to keep in mind. So it really just depends on personal preference. And I think the only way to really know is to buy a sample of milk paint, buy a sample of DIY paint, and a sample of Cottage Color. Get some stuff that you're not worried about and just practice with it. Like the directions, you know, we've got the videos to show you how to mix it up, and it just takes practice. Like I feel like we teach a lot on our videos on how to do things, but when you put those lessons in action, then you kind of get a feel for it and then decide how you want to use them. So hopefully that answers your question. I'm going to put a light coat of, can I have the liquid patina? I'm just going to seal this with that. This is done. Look how
so I got
cute
this paper wet enough. I'm getting a pretty jagged edge, and I'll sand that smooth, which you need that. And I'll sand that smooth when I'm all done.
Oh, sorry. The milk paint playlist is on YouTube.
Yeah. But this ripped pretty easily, and that's going to pull down really hard once that dries.
Okay, that's going to dry and that's done. So if you buy these wall pockets and you already have transfers, this is going to be a pretty easy project, and you don't have to seal it, by the way.
So this is the benefit of getting like the medium size paper. We're going to come out with a few more of those. Those have been pretty popular. We might do an in-between size this spring. I haven't talked to Jamie about that, but I've been looking at a few options.
He likes to bring these things up.
Well, I was just thinking about it now, talking out loud, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't told Jamie I wanted to do that. And then the A4 size is always great for like your really small project. This is the A4 size. And this one here is in between the medium size and the A4. So I'm thinking of doing more sizes kind of similar to this, because I think it would be really great to have like an in-between option, because sometimes you need just a little bit bigger paper for a project like this, where this doesn't quite cover it all the way. And when we have like an all over design, this one looks great on here. It's like part of the design. Same with this one. Once I get this paper cut, it's going to flow really well because it's kind of like a light and bright, airy design. But this one, where I have the paper all the way around, is going to look really great. And that I had to use the bigger tissue paper for that.
Could you get the dimensions on that? I did not add it to the listing because I put those up right beforehand, but Debbie wants the dimensions on the piece you're working on. And I will, after the live video, add those dimensions. And Caitlin did drop the link to the milk paint playlist, Nadine. So if you click that, save it, you can watch all the milk paint videos, and they should be able to, hopefully they're helpful. This is
14.5 at the top, 8 inches wide at this widest point. So 14.5 inches tall, 8 inches wide. And then the depth of it is right around 5 1/4 inches.
We do have some fun new projects coming up with milk paint, so you will see them a little more often. We don't do them as much on live videos because sometimes heat gunning them can be problematic.
Yeah, you can't heat gun milk paint good.
We just don't do them as much on live videos, but we'll have some more dedicated videos up for milk paint here pretty soon.
And then this is just showing off how easy the transfers are. Is this the Rose Botanical transfer?
Uh-huh. And I'm doing this other wall pocket that we have the same way.
Boy, we're going to be short on time. We're blowing through these.
Oh, well, these are pretty simple crafts.
Yeah. I think
if you like, we call it a crafternoon, something you can do in an afternoon. What were you saying?
I think I titled the video like Fast, Easy, DIY or something like that.
And again, we're offering these supplies to you, but if you're watching this and it's 2 years from now, you can thrift wall pockets. We do all the time. I've never found the wood ones like this unfinished. But these
if you find them
I
finished, like just get some paint.
Yeah, you can just repaint over.
Should I do a third?
Yeah, go ahead. Wall pocket it up. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go check my tray.
You took all of these that we have out of the stock though, right? Jamie?
The transfer I'm using is just Rose Botanical. Caitlin will drop that link in a minute. So everything is coming from that one transfer. What were you saying?
You took all of these out of stock?
Yes, these have been taken out of stock.
So these, we'll take pictures of them after the live stream when they're done and get them on the website. So if you want them, you can grab them.
If you're just watching and you're like, I'm just here for the chat and I don't feel like DIYing, we got you. People always tell us, are you ever worried that you're going to show people how to do stuff and work your way out of a job? And I'm like, nope. Because there's the people that want to DIY and there's the people that just love to see what we do and buy it finished. And we will help all of you. You can buy our finished stuff or we'll sell you the projects to do your own. We're here to help. And it gives us cute things we can put in our shop, which is important because people come in and they want to see, they're like, oh, I want to see a transfer or an inlay or decoupage paper on something. And the gals in the shop, because we do so much, can easily go find projects. Some people don't do enough projects where they have to do things where they're not for sale, but we do enough projects. We pretty much have a good representation of every product we sell at
and
the
lots
shop.
of colors.
And lots of different colors, yeah. I think I'm going to do...
It feels like we mostly paint blue, green, gold, copper, and like provincial and crockery colors, but there's actually a bit of everything in the shop right now.
The thing is, those are what sells the most. So we're always redoing those colors to have a good variety. But when something sells, then I'm like, oh, this sold. Like right now, we actually need a pink piece of furniture. We don't have any pink furniture in the
pink
shop.
Actually sells quite a bit,
Yeah.
the furniture. Like every time we paint something pink, it's usually gone within a month at the longest. We did have that one little makeup vanity. What would you call that?
Vanity.
It was low to the ground, but it had a big mirror on the back. That one hung around for a minute, but we also had it pretty stacked full of stuff and you couldn't really see how cute it was.
But it did sell. And yeah, we need to get some more pink stuff in. Okay, once you've decided where you're going to put something, you should not be doing what I'm doing because it's sticky and you're going to lose the sticky. Diane says, I do my own, but I always learn more from you guys. And we're here for the people that buy zero things for us and just want to watch our content. Like all things are
I do that a
great.
lot. Like I'll watch people just because I like hanging out with like what their conversation is.
It's a huge support for us to just have you guys here watching us, sharing our videos. I feel like some people think, oh, if I don't buy their products, then I can't help support their channel. Just being here is helping support our channel. Sharing our videos, commenting, liking, like we just appreciate all of it because it allows us to do what we do. And we've been looking at hiring some new people and we've been kind of explaining what we do. And it's always fun because people are always like, you really can like make a living off of that. And it's true. We do. We mostly live off of our revenue from what we make from video content. And then everything that the business makes, we have reinvested it in the business. And that's how we've been able to grow. And it'll be 10 years in April that Zeb came on.
Yeah, we should do something fun.
Yeah,
in
April. Decade of DIY.
10 years. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah,
boy, the compilation video on that.
Yeah.
Like we could go back to some of those older videos. Filming technology, just our phones film better than that first camera that I thought was so fancy and awesome. And now our phones film way better than that one even could.
Oops, I ripped this apart.
Oh.
What?
FedEx is here.
Yeah, they could just be bringing Amazon.
Sometimes.
Curved surfaces sometimes are a little difficult, so keep that in mind. I don't know what the heck.
All right, I went white with all of these, like Jamie was mentioning earlier. When you're decoupaging, unless you want to darken up that image, it's best to do like a white light background. That's going to give you the best clarity on the image. If you go darker with your paint colors, sometimes it'll muddle the image if it's already. So like this one here, if we go white behind it, it's basically going to be like a 1-to-1 on the brightness. But if I did like a taupe color or even crockery, you're going to see that through these lighter portions where it's white versus where like we did white on here and the white didn't really come through the darker areas. But when you do a darker color, it will darken your white areas.
Debbie said she just sprinkled, which means she shared the video and gave us a 5-star rating. We appreciate that. That's awesome. I think we actually have a pretty decent rating on Etsy, on Google, on Facebook. I mean, you can't please everybody, so I'm not saying we're always going to have it. You might irritate somebody every now and then when you don't do what they want. But
well, and there are some things out of our control that people are still going to be grumpy about, and we just can't fix.
Yeah, we really do. And sometimes there's just a full moon. Like I'm going to say 100%. There are times that I am a little grumpy about things that I wouldn't be otherwise, depending on what's going on in my life. And I always try to give people grace when they're sometimes unreasonably grumpy, or maybe we're having a grumpy day. Like we're all human. All right. So what I did, I had a little mistake and I just took an extra leaf and I'm just covering up that mistake like it never happened. Problem solved. So always save your little scraps because you never know when you need a little extra leaf or stem or flower to fill in a space. You can layer. We get this question a lot. You can layer transfers over other transfers. Just know that if you were to distress that, the base, whatever's underneath, might peek through because it's a little like raised or whatever. What are you going to do on the sides that the paper didn't cover?
I'm leaving them alone.
We're leaving it'll just look like this.
Yeah, you can't really see it unless you're looking at it from the side. And when you see it from the side, it just looks like it's part of the design. Like I added like a chevron effect to the side.
I'm using up the rest.
If that bothers you, get the bigger paper. We do have medium-sized papers that are a lot of fun too that would go over that
you
in the rice paper.
You could also take and put like transfers over the side.
I could paint it. I could paint it and do something over there or do a transfer.
No, wouldn't it be so cute to take like the butterfly transfer? Do we have a transfer?
Or what you could do is you just get 2 of these smaller papers and you just cut them and do the edges. No biggie.
Yeah. I like the idea of layering in butterflies or something like over the edge and kind of doing like a mixed media. All right, now we're gonna let that one dry. Do you need more? Are you decoupaging more?
Yeah, I'm gonna decoupage this here.
Okay.
I think I'm going to use up this Valentine's Day paper because this is probably its one shot. And then we're going to move on to Easter. We probably do some more Valentine's Day stuff. we're still a month out.
Catherine, we're glad you're here with us. I do the same thing. Zeb and I both watch YouTubers while we're doing other stuff. Recently, I've been into chateaus. Zeb has watched a lot of tractor videos. And while I don't own a chateau, and I probably never will, I say probably because you just never know, but it's not in the cards currently. I enjoy watching other people work and keeping me company. I've been watching the Chateau Diaries, and Stephanie is so fun. When I first started watching her, I'm like, she has a lot of energy. But then I was like, you know what? She's a really good example of everything can be exciting if you let it be. And so she's kind of contagious. I find myself being in a better mood after I watch her because she's just so happy about everything. She recently went to Rome with a couple of friends. So I was watching that, and it's the only problem with watching chateaus and things in Europe is it makes you want to go.
It also makes her want to buy one.
Yeah.
She's like, do you think maybe when all the kids are grown, we could do that? I'm like, yeah, we can. And then she reminded me that we have the old church that is now our shop that we could spend years. There are an endless amount of projects over there. Like, I need to point some bricks on the outside. There's some windowsills that probably need addressed before the next winter that are completely gone. They're just missing at the bottom of the windows. They've fallen out, they've broken. Someone tried to replace them with wood, and that's rotted. Like, they were originally like a plaster or a cement windowsill, but they're gone. And now that water's all just getting down into the foundation. So I have like endless amounts of projects like that we don't even really talk about.
Most of the wrinkles are gone on this. I don't suggest heat gunning it, but for live video purposes, I am going to heat gun it. And then I might go grab the iron and iron it down, and then we'll distress it. I don't know what shipping would be. It depends on how much we sell these for, which I'll figure out later. But if you go to the website at jamierayvintage.com, we have shipping policies, and it'll give you the shipping. And it's done by like everybody on one side of the Mississippi and on the other side of the Mississippi. So we don't have super complicated shipping tiers. Caitlin dropped the link for you. Yeah, Chateau Diaries is fun. And then I also love how to renovate a chateau. That's fun. And I just started watching the Duncombe House Diaries. It's not a chateau. It's in England. And I like them, but they only have like 3 episodes. And I will watch some of the other chateaus. Obviously, there's more out there.
I think I like watching YouTube, not because it's like easier than watching TV, but a lot of times you find a channel and they've got 3 or 4 years worth of content that you can go through. And it's not like some only do like 1 or 2 videos a week. Some are as little as 1 a month. But if they've been around, that's like 36 episodes you can watch essentially. And you can follow a project. And for the most part, most YouTubers are pretty good about finishing projects or getting back to them eventually. Like we have a lot of projects that we're like up in the air right now. We've not been doing as great on that with the Jamie and Zeb channel, just because it's a lot to edit all the things and do all the other stuff we've got going on with 2 channels. But eventually we'll get it all out there. And that's what I love about YouTube is you can go and watch all of those and just, you can follow the story and you can watch it as it goes. And then you don't have to. And then if they have new content that comes out, you're like, ooh, what's this fun, new, exciting thing?
What is your most valuable tool in your kits for makeovers? I feel like you can't do anything without a paintbrush.
Yeah, I was going to say paintbrush.
And then obviously paint. We sell multiple kinds of paintbrushes. So we have DIY brushes, which are really soft. They're great for blending. You do need to be careful when using them with any kind of top coat that you wash them right away. Our most expensive brushes are the Klingons. They do take a lot of abuse and clean up fairly well, which I love. And we've had the same brushes. I mean, you can tell we've had this brush for a long time. And then we also carry Zebra brushes. And the Zebra brushes are like a good quality brush for the price. So I feel like if I was just starting at DIY, or if I didn't I didn't want the high-end brush. Like there's really nothing wrong with them. They're the first nice brush we ever used. And they're good brushes, especially for what they cost. And we have quite a few of those zipper brushes. So those are the 3. And then we also have the JRB stencil brushes, which we feel like are very high quality. They are assembled here in the US.
I use them like crazy.
Yeah, and we use those not just for stenciling, but also waxing. So, all right, I'm using iron with no steam. And I'm just gonna come through and iron my dry decoupage and paper just to kind of smooth it out. You don't have to do this.
You do want to let it cool before you pull the cloth off because it will adhere down sometimes. Looks like Jamie was good.
Yeah. So that kind of ironed out most of, and what that will also do sometimes is reactivate that liquid patina that you put down first. Just be careful. Oh, that's not even on.
That's why you were able to pull it off so easy.
What the heck? Is it broken?
Did you plug it in?
Yes, I plugged it in.
Is the GFI off? Nope, it's working.
Oh, it's on now. It just wasn't plugged in all the way. I don't use this iron for anything other than crafting. We have a steamer from Jiffy that I love, and I haven't ironed clothes in I don't know how long. So.
All right, I was going to do like another all over, but I took the time to cut this little puppy out.
You know what would be so cute is if you got we should have got the glitter.
And glitter the puppy?
And glitter the puppy. We do sell glitter too. We have German glass glitter. I don't know that we have time to bring it out today, but we have copper, silver, and gold German glass glitter, and it is the Cadillac of glitters. And I like it a lot. Yeah, we've been making content for 10 years, so we have thousands of videos. We're about to hit 50 million views on the channel. The channel with the most viral videos, but we are one of the channels probably with the most videos, if that counts.
Well, and we have consistently, like, since we used to do 1 a week or 2 a week, I don't remember what it was. And then like a year into YouTube, we're like, this isn't working. And we dedicated to doing 5 videos a week. We did that for like 2 or 3 years. And now we do 2 edited videos and 2 live stream videos. Occasionally like an extra live stream video, depending on what's going on in the week. And, you know, that's been for like 5 or 6 years. I mean, we have so many videos, I can't even think about even going back and watching them all. And we film when we're sick. We film when we're busy. We filmed when my dad passed away. I don't know. I think we film when we're out of the country. We film when we're on vacation. Because what we've learned is that while people do understand you have a life, I feel like people really respect the like commitment that we have to our channel. And that's really, we may not be the largest channel out there, but I feel like we have, I mean, dare I say, the best subscribers and followers. Loyal. And I think that just comes because we have a mutual, it's kind of like, well, I'll go a little religious, right? Like, you ever heard of a covenant? It's like a 2-way promise. We're not covenanting anything because we're not God and that's not the way. But I feel like there's a symbiotic relationship between you guys are committed, you're coming here, you're watching all of our videos, and we're making a commitment that even if it's tough, we're going to show up. And so that's fun. We like that. And it's consistent. Okay, so I don't need to seal this paint. I'm using the cottage colors in the I always get it mixed up. Is it white linen? How flat that got. I always want to call it vintage linen because there's a DIY color in vintage linen. But white linen, it's got a built-in sealer. I put this over the top all the way because I want the sheen to be the same when it dries. And look at how cute that little puppy turned out. That puppy is way cute. And I feel like you need more. What else are you doing there? Where? On the top. This? I might do something up here. I've got another little option. What time is it? Do you need me to put handles on your board? Yeah, but I got some other things too. We don't really have to do that on camera. I'm sure they'll understand. I'll show you what it's going to look like. I'm just distressing it. Yeah, Facebook is not as easy to find the videos. You can click the video tab and they're all in there.
but YouTube organizes them a little bit better. So if you do watch us on Facebook, that's fine. But if you need to look for something specific, you can search easier because YouTube is owned by Google. Google is a search engine. So searchability is where YouTube shines. So if you search Jamie Ray Vintage
YouTube is the second largest search engine in the
dresser
world,
or table
behind
or
Google.
whatever, So you can search for us just on Google, or you can search for us on YouTube. It actually is helpful if you search for us on Google and then click our links, because then it tells Google, hey, people want to find these people. It kind of went over the edge here, so I'm just sanding off this extra paper. If you're sanding off the edge and it peels up a little bit, always save a little extra of your liquid patina to put that back down, because that can happen. And I'm also going to paint the back of this when we're off camera, because I've got enough paint left over. We also get the, is this what your husband does full time? Like, yeah. How could he have another job and do this? There's no way. Unless you were like a trust fund baby, which, hey, no shade. Just wasn't the life.
I dream about being a trust fund
yeah,
baby.
just not the life we were born into. We also have a lot of people that think that because we own a business, that our parents must have helped us set up our business.
Nope.
No. We do not.
Your dad did help on a couple DIY projects getting the shop set up.
But
and my dad's been over there a few times.
We did not
doing
get a giant loan to open our business.
My dad, like when we got it, the barn didn't even have a back door. It was just open.
Yeah.
My dad put like a whole barn door on there while I was doing other projects.
They gave us work ethic and DNA.
While my dad was building that, my mom cleaned the barn out, because when we first moved in, they came to visit. We hadn't owned the shop for very long. I didn't have a door on that, but I was trying to store stuff in there, and there was just like stuff from, it used to be used as like an auto body paint shop for a while. They had all that stuff still in there. My mom cleaned that out and swept it all for me while I was working. I don't even remember. I was probably working on like doing the floors or something.
Liquid patina is not rated food safe, but it is non-toxic. So at your own risk, what you do with the tray.
Here, let me hold this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting this all along the top up here. And we're using the same liquid patina for all the different decoupages, like the rice paper and the tissue paper here. And Jamie's using it to cover over the top of the transfers.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for these little ones. So like if you were to buy this, you might have enough left over to seal transfers if you bought these and just put transfers on them. I say might because I don't know how much you're going to use exactly. It's not an exact science. Okay, I'm sanding the whole thing because there's like some wrinkles. And then when you sand them, you want to make sure that the liquid patina is dry. But it will kind of give it like age and crackle because it'll sand the texture.
I will tell you this, the tissue paper, it holds its color pretty well while you're brushing on. It doesn't bleed because we use pretty good ink. But it is lighter weight. It will wet cut easier than the A4 paper. See, I'm just kind of pulling right there on the edge.
If you wet cut A4 paper with spit, you're going to need more spit, is what he's saying.
Yes, you got to get it quite a bit more saturated. And sometimes I just leave it like this and I just decoupage that raw edge down and then do a little distressing, and it looks like it just wore off where that was.
And because I'm so heavily distressing the top of this to age it, I'm going to come back with more liquid patina because I want to make sure that that's super sealed. And distressing it does pull off some of the sealing properties from it. And at this point, I could use more liquid patina, or if you wanted a glossier seal, you could come put Sweet Pickens and gloss over the top of it, or any like water-based sealer if you wanted to.
This isn't quite dry, but I'm going to do like Jamie was doing. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, we're right at time now. So I'm going to show
this up close so that way you guys can see it here in a minute. I'm just making sure I get all these sides really distressed. So this is where we're at now. So I've kind of aged a little, worn off the edges.
Mine aren't done. I've got to wait for these to dry and then cut them good with sandpaper.
when you get this wet again, it could wrinkle again. So keep that in mind, which is fine because I'll just come back and when the liquid patina is dry and just iron it down. No big deal.
So this is not right to the edge. I'll come back and sand this once this is dry. I just wanted to get it enough so that I could kind of show you guys so you can see it.
I guess I should have used the rest of the liquid patina in this little situation because there's quite a bit left in here. All right. Okay, I'm done. So this is going to dry. It won't be as shiny when it's dry. And then I'm going to take, because that craft kit comes with these tray, I'm going to screw on, once this is all dry, these 2 hooks. Redrick is texting me and I'm ignoring him, and I just got a text that said, Mom, can I slough 3rd and 4th period?
No.
Why? No. If you're a teacher, pretend that you didn't hear that. My kids do occasionally ask if they can slough. Sometimes you need mental health days. Okay, these are going to go right here.
I mean, these are mostly done. I just got to wait for them to dry, and then I'll sand these edges a little better.
Let's get all of our projects. So we've got this wall pocket. And you could put something in the back of this. I just don't think it makes sense because you're going to put floral in it. That one's still drying, but this one dried all the way. And you can see it's a pretty matte finish with the liquid patina. Oh, that is cute to do, like the top like that. I was so busy in my own little world because it covered the whole thing. So you can put some greenery and then you'll still see that.
Yeah, and I still have quite a bit of this left.
Yeah,
we did.
Do some more.
Jamie did a project. I did 2 projects, and we still have this much left of that tissue paper. And these are, what are they, like $6.95 now?
Yeah, maybe we'll sell this one too, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, you can list that one.
So, got our little wall pockets. Hopefully you guys learned something new, had some fun. Remember, you can buy this craft kit minus this paper. It comes with this one. So it looks like this. And we've marked it down from $49 to $29.95 for the entire kit, everything you need to do to complete that. And then you would just need to buy this paper if you wanted it to be Valentine's Day or any of the other rice papers or tissue papers. And then we are selling, these will all be for sale, but if you want raw wood, we have those. And then we have the metal ones as well. And everything is in the sale collection, in the new to JRV collection, because we're clearing things out. So hopefully this inspires you to do some spring cleaning, finish some projects of your own. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to J. Marie Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
I'm going to have to go thrift some floral if these don't all sell so we can put it in.